Somebody got a little dirty today.
Get dirty every day.
Check it out. We got a couple trophies to add to the list. Here we go. We get the video that everybody asks me about most frequently. I get notifications while I'm sitting in the car getting ready to go out and race of people asking when the aftermath's going to be up, and we ain't even won a damn trophy yet. So here you go. Here's our aftermath. We're going to give you the rundown on the Seymour Last Man Standing race. The Grand Marquis, Vic, small block, all that good stuff, and my Lumina. So this one's probably going to be pretty quick. He got a dent there. And...
I bent that.
Oh, yep. 9-wire bent a little bit. Okay. We got a dent there. Is there anything on the other side?
There's no dents on that side.
And this side, yep, she's pretty clean. Not a whole lot going on over here. Adam, what's our problems? What happened? What did we learn at the Last Man Standing race about our new setup?
Somebody lined up in just a perfect spot in the middle of the track, and so I went full blast right at him. I hit him hard. That was probably the hardest hit I've ever made, especially in a full-size car, because we had the whole length of a racetrack to get speed. And whenever I did, I actually lost the nut off of the bottom of the tranny support bolt, and the whole transmission come up in the air and sat right back down. Unfortunately, it just did it a little further over that way than we wanted. So we're going to have to put a strap around the tranny, pull it back this way, and drop it in that hole. She'll be good to go again. Other than that, it's all fine. So.
Yep, just bound the linkage up a little bit so we couldn't get it into park on the trailer,
yeah,
but other than that...
the nut in the back hits the floor, so it goes in reverse, but it doesn't go into park. May leave it that way. I don't need...
Hell, there you go. Leave it. Yeah, perfect. So, we got the shakedown that we needed. What did we learn? This thing sprays oil like crazy.
And I found the spot. So whenever we went to install the engine, obviously we used chains. We put one on the back of the block, one on the front. When I did that, if you look right here, I bent up the valve cover. So right there, it was shooting oil back at me like crazy. I noticed when we went out to the feature. I watched the oil pressure right about 40 when we started, which was awesome. And then there toward the end, she dropped down to 20, and it started getting really close to low. I know we still have a leak in the oil pan underneath the car too. That's not as concerning as the one that's kind of getting my goggles all oily in here. So I think we'll take this valve cover off, bend that back over real quick, and then just stick it back on. That'll be fine. But other than that, we're going to add a little oil to it, and this car's, it's survivable. Drove it on the trailer. So.
Ready to go for next weekend.
I actually quit a lap early because I thought we already won.
And we did. So how'd the race go? As you guys saw, we went out. Adam did a great job blocking, moving people out the way, all that good stuff. I was back and forth with the leader for a good chunk of the race. I mean, we were...
Talk about the heat.
Oh yeah, hold on. We'll start with the heat. Sorry. He was great. We made it 2 laps in, and Eddie blew an axle out of the car. So we had to stop, take him off the track. We had 5 laps left to go. Me and Mr. Micus. I say Micus, but everybody there says Micus. Dustin, you're going to have to clarify that for me of how your last name's actually pronounced. Anyway, it was a great time. He restarted just ahead of me. They pulled us kind of both back up to the start-finish line. I mean, we were about as neck and neck as you could get. He got up into the slop on the top of the corner, and I thought that he was going to come right back down the track at me, but he got sucked up into the wall, and I managed to get past him. And at that point, you know, with as much progress that he had lost, it's hard to catch somebody on a track like that. So
they had fast cars. They did a really good job. It was awesome to run with those guys. They did great.
Absolutely, and that's always a stand-up crew in general. So we were a car down, and we were just standing watching the Derby, filming it, obviously for you guys to be able to see. And Mr. Schulte, I'm sorry, I don't remember what your first name is. You shook my hand, and Eddie wasn't 100% sure, so he thought it was Ben, but he said that might be your brother. So Mr. Schulte is what I'm going to call you.
It's in the brickyard.
Come and shook my hand and said, "Did you find you guys third?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean? Our third's gone." And he's like, "Well, they subbed last year." So I went and asked Rick, Hollywood Motorsports, "Hey, can I get a sub for our third?" He said, "Sure, I don't care." So he came out. Now back to where I was. Back and forth with the leader. I was definitely turning some laps. Things were going great. one of the guys that's out there, apparently they're big, what they get their kicks out of is trying to hurt people, but he backed his car right in front of me, and I knew it was coming. I saw it coming. I could have went around him. I decided I wasn't going to. I put it to the boards and hit him as hard as I could. But we'll both feel it tomorrow. It was a great hit. It was a lot of fun. I kept going, kept turning laps. Everything went great. When I made that hit, I broke my radiator along with a bunch of other stuff. So she started to get hot. They then stopped the race for a red flag, and they just burned us all down. They took way too long dilly-dally, and I don't know what the hell they were doing, but everybody was done, and they were still all just looking at each other when to start to race again. That was really the only downfall as far as the actual show itself. But I was the one that made the choice to make the hit, and I'm the one that broke my stuff. So by the time we got restarted, about 2 laps into it, then I started to go into limp mode. I did not move the temp sensor on this one. So my car went into limp mode, on top of the fact that I have not one, 2, but wait, there's more. Oh wait, this one ain't flat. It's gone. Yeah, so after I started to go into limp mode, I saw that Schulte was behind me. He had managed to do a great job keeping right up with us as we were fighting back and forth with the lead. I assume he saw that my stuff was going to hell, so he did a great job, got right up on the leader, and I turned into the decoy, the blocker, the pin cushion, whatever the heck you want to call me, but you know, we managed to all good things put together. He managed to go out and turn the laps and got us the win. He did a heck of a job. We definitely appreciate him coming and helping us out, and overall helping us get the win. So, what's wrong with the cars? Adam's is good. What's wrong with mine? I got a good door shot. I don't know how well you guys can see that. It was definitely, I mean, it started there, and fortunately it didn't, I mean, it's not even touching the cage, so overall, I'm not too worried about it. I'll get there. Again, that tire is gone. You know, a little bit more damage back there. I mean, it's all folded up pretty good. Back didn't really take much damage. This side, hey, I got a hit there. That tire still got air in it. That's cool. That one not so much. So we'll waddle back up there one more time. So what I thought was kind of impressive, really. Check that out. I don't know if you guys know what the contour in a W-body, whatever this thing is, the dash bar really. We said, yeah, we'll just use the stock one, it'll be fine. That's not where it's supposed to be. She kinked pretty hard. But that's part of hitting the driver's door, and I'm sure I got hit over there too.
That's a pretty good hit right there.
So yeah, that's that might be part of it, I suppose. What else is wrong? Those ain't doing much good anymore. Oh, yeah, that ain't doing much good either.
We forgot the 9-wire, however.
Yeah, Adam didn't put it, I'm blaming Adam for that one. Adam didn't put the 9-wire in, which ended up being fine. Back up, I'll see if I can't get in here. Because all this other stuff you guys know is just cosmetic, but that's a little bit harder to see, but oh yeah, there you go. That sub is kinked pretty good. The unibody frame is kinked, and out here on the end, it's all crushed. What's that mean? Not much. It means I'm going to put this stuff back together and I'm going to go run it again. Where is it going to get run again? I'm not sure yet. But this is a car that's got a ton of life left in it, in my mind. So we got one more pre-ran that's going to help us get through the end of the season. So, there we go. That's pretty cool. As Hollywood mentioned, this is my first place trophy with Hollywood Motorsports. This will go on the wall with a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth place trophy that I have from Hollywood, but it is my first.
Full pull.
Yeah, now I've got the whole thing. That's pretty freaking cool. So, as always, guys, hope you liked the video. I know the aftermath seems to be what everybody wants to see, so I hope this met that need. Thanks as always for walking up, greeting us, meeting us in the stands or in the pits. There was a lot of great feedback. We always appreciate that. As always, thanks for tagging along, and
get goosed.